Let me show you how you man break it down. Let's get started. So, it's February 28th. The second month of the year is concluding. It's coming up to an end in around 4 hours. So, I wanted to come back to this. The last time you saw this was February 7th on week 1 of vocal feminization training, and I think you saw up to right here of my notes. So now it's up to day 28. So that's an 11-day increase since you last heard my progress. But even then, I've been posting here and there of things I just wanted to talk about, like my nails, like my progress on working on my film. So let's get started, shall we? I'm gonna go through the notes. I'm gonna explain what I did on each day, and then we'll see like the side by side. So the day after, I didn't use any notes. It says use notes above. That wasn't really happening throughout the first week. However, that became a common occurrence to just not write anything new down. I just kept having to rely on like stuff that, God, I'm so sorry. I feel like I look like shit right now. I'm not liking my looks today. I think people call that like dysphoria, but I just call it dysphoric because I also call it that. Anywho, that's not gonna stop me from recording this because this is important. Progress is progress. So yeah, that's okay. I didn't really write anything new. On day 9, I was really demotivated. I said, my throat feels like I can't do higher pitches. And even then, it feels like I can't do that sometimes. And I'm not going to demonstrate it because of the fact that sometimes if I try to go too high, that'll strain your throat really quickly. Look, let me get closer, and if I try to hit a note that I know I can't hit, nothing. Look. I really can't hit it, and that's gonna mess up your throat, so don't do that. Day 10 is when I started to know a little bit more about resonance. It's like where your tongue is right now. So right now it's like closer to the roof of my mouth, so that's why my voice sounds brighter as opposed to day 1. Day 11 is separating pitch from resonance, because what I was doing at first was I thought if I have a higher pitch, I'm gonna have higher pitch by default, and that's not true. Somewhat. It sounds brighter, and you might think that's a higher pitch, but it's not.
My lips feel so dry and I don't have chapstick right now. Ain't that something?
So, day 12, I started focusing on the pharynx, which is more like nasal stuff. I haven't touched on it a lot, however, I don't know if I really need to, for the time being. So, there's that. Day 13, more pharynx work since I spent all day talking normally for school. Though happy note, I'm getting more used to speaking at a higher register and pitch and resonance in public. For the most part, sometimes I will talk to people for like 5 minutes and then my voice will default back to my normal voice, what people are used to. Day 14, more on resonance. I'm gonna skip all that because I've been saying that. Day 15, I did start watching like more trans girls' vocal progression, and seeing their progress, it helped me like sort of mimic their pitch range a little bit, so then I could get an idea of what pitch I wanna do. I still don't know. Now, day 16 through 18, I'm gonna focus on day 16 because as you can see here, there's no new notes for day 17 and 18. So this one is a big day because it says here you need a reason. Like, why am I doing this? Why did I start my vocal feminization or masculinization? I don't know the word for that, but the opposite for trans men, you know, because there's voice feminization and there's voice boyization. Is masculinization the word? Because it doesn't sound right to me. 2, define short-term goals and long-term goals. And now my short-term goal was practice more consistently, and I am. And I am more consistently, so I'm doing that. And my long-term goal is to have a passing female voice. That one's gonna take a while since I criticize myself quite a lot. So that's gonna be a hard one. 4 kind of goes with my short-term goal, which was create doable habits, which if I train consistently, it becomes a habit. So there's that. It's like 2 birds. And I gave both of them a stone. Day 5 is daily, number 5 is daily affirmations. I don't really do that. Kinda. I do it every night, before going to sleep, because I write down how my day went, and at the end of that, I write affirmations. It's never about vocal training. Sometimes I will mention vocal training in my notes, saying, oh, this is how today went. But no, it's typically not, oh yeah, my voice is beautiful. However, that is one of the affirmations. And having affirmations, like this one right here, it says my voice is beautiful no matter what stage of practice I'm at. And I'm beautiful. I do have that one down, like the I am beautiful one in my little notebook every night, so there's that. I will say my voice is beautiful no matter what stage of practice I'm at. It is helpful. However, there will be days where you just feel really dysphoric, or you're just not feeling it. Because there were definitely some days I wasn't feeling it. And that's okay. You know, I'm a little embarrassed about this next part, but come on. Guys, we are all human. We all have... We are all human. We all get embarrassed about stuff. We're all adults here, right? Oh, well, I'm an adult. I'm turning 19 on Tuesday. So day 19 was the masturbation test. Does doing it affect my voice temporarily? And lo and behold, it does. It really does. For a short amount of time, if not up to a day. However, on day 20, I didn't really know too much about it. But it does. It does. I don't know what it is. It's just the fact that I think when you come, your body just reacts a certain way. You know, you feel good. However, for me, for some reason, my throat gets like really strained, or like, what's it called? I don't know what it was. It's just, it got strained like shortly, like an hour afterwards. And there's no like saying, oh, you must have been talking or yelling a lot in between the hour that you came and started talking again. No, I was quiet. I was home alone, so I didn't have a reason to yell or speak after I did that. So I didn't. So it's just my voice got strained because of the fact that I did that. Prior to that, it wasn't doing that at all, even if I had been yelling or talking a lot. So there's that. So it does affect it. However, you can't come back from it. There haven't been any new notes. Day 24 and... Oh, nope. Put that back on the other window because I need the full screen. It looks nicer like this. I'll be back. Hold on. Okay, so my mom was making pancakes. I had to get like 3. They look good. And then I went to the bathroom because my face is... Whenever I break out in acne, it's always around my mouth area, which is so stupid. I hate it, but what can I do, really? That's just how my body is, I guess. Excuse me if like the last thought I said before I said be right back doesn't get completed. I completely forgot. So, upspeak is when pitch goes up at the end of a sentence. So, it's sort of like asking a question. So, it's like, are you okay? You see how, are you okay? And then as opposed to when you're finishing a sentence. Like when you're finishing a sentence, you see how it goes down? And then when you're asking a question, it goes up. Now pitch, breathing is important to it. So one way is my tummy needs to be moving out when I'm breathing rather than shallow breathing. So when it goes inward, so you know when you breathe in, it's and your tummy goes in. I'm sorry, my sleeve went up. I've been scratching at myself like all day. Ugh. Yeah, there's that. There's now what it is when you go, it releases tension in your throat, so it's good for that. There's also straw phonation. I haven't done a lot of that. However, I do have this. Just want to show it off because it's the only straw I have near me right now. Apart from the McDonald's I got earlier, so. This one I like more. Look, it's a little Kuromi cup. Ain't it just the cutest thing ever? I was supposed to be showing it off for the straw, but I ended up showing just the cup. That's okay. It was worth it. Now, day 28, let me read this. Been doing exercises and my throat feels better. However, I need to find the patrons that I want. As to me, it sounds like a male voice that's just a little higher pitched, mixed with SpongeBob. Ugh. I don't like that. I don't know if you know what I mean, but I don't know. I don't really know how to explain it, really. Goal for month 2 is find a comfy, feminine sounding pitch range whilst improving on already existing stuff like larynx placement and resonance. Stuttered there. So we're gonna go off listening to week 7. Actually, I think you last heard week 8 or day 8 because I recorded it on day 8. I don't know. Let's listen to day 8 then. Pretty sure this is pretty sure this is day 8. As much as I want to continue, I think I'm done for today. I've been raising my larynx like more each day, like to get it into the habit. So like, I'm technically training subconsciously. Let's go. So yeah, I guess that's day 8. So yeah, bye bye. That was good. That was good. So now let's listen to, what was the masturbation test? Day 19, let's listen to that. Okay, I'm gonna hurry up because I want to throw up. I think I overdid it. Right here, I'm probably just gonna eat stuff. Hold on, let me. I don't know if you could tell, but it's like, it sounds a little lower. Just purely because of the fact that I was, yeah, like, I came to that conclusion. And now, obviously, you're hearing day 28 me, so that's that. I don't really need to hear it in post, because I just heard it back to back. I don't know why I did that the first time. So, yeah. So that's that for month 1. Honestly, great improvement over week day 1 to day 7. That was big, I think. In my opinion, that was a big jump. So I'm really excited to see how I improve over the course of March. My birthday month, so you better celebrate because it's the month of Juniper. So, yeah, that's gonna be it for that, since I'm really happy with my progress from week 1 to month 1. Obviously, there's still a lot of work that needs to be done, like pitch, still a little bit of resonance and larynx placement. However, I'm doing better than I was I'm doing better than I was on week 1. There. So, yeah, that's gonna be it for that. And, yeah. Hopefully, my little birthday month has more cool stuff and amazing progress to offer. Bye-bye. Love you. Take care.